Across the void we come a-warping, across the fields of stars we soar, we pledge to land in something, the spaceship. Welcome to a new PlayNow today with the Outer Worlds. Not to be confused with a lot of games that came out recently with similar names like the Outer Wilds and the Wild Worlds and Worlds something other. There's a bunch of them that either look alike or sound alike, and this is the one made by the people at Obsidian. More exactly, it's made by some of the core team. They'd made Fallout 1, which is a big part of the team because, well, Fallout 1 was essentially made for the most part by 4 people, and these are the 2 main ones. It's a game that I didn't think would ever be made because those people tried to make games like these in their adventures in the past decades with stuff like Arcanum, which I recently learned is spelled Arcanum, not Arcanum. But honestly, I prefer to call it Arcanum. It sounds a bit more oblong, and eldritch as well, which is sort of an oblong thing as far as I'm concerned. It's made by Obsidian. You can see the names of the people here, and it is in the same vein as the games that those people made. It's in the vein of Fallout, in the vein of Arcanum, in the vein of maybe even Vampire the Masquerade, in the vein of your kind of RPG that, you know, is kind of still popular these days, especially because of the way that Fallout works and how Skyrim looks and how the Elder Scrolls looks now. And that maybe isn't necessarily to its advantage because it kind of does feel a bit too much like a Bethesda game. And I don't really say that's maybe the best possible outcome. I mean, Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, they're also first-person RPGs, but they don't feel like Skyrim, like Fallout 3. They feel like something completely different. Now, I'm running this game at full crank, full tilt. This is running. If you haven't seen the last video, after the screaming and things going dark, I revealed that I have a new processor. So This is a video shot, and the last one as well was shot on my brand new Radeon. Well, no, not the Radeon. The AMD Ryzen 3700X. It's a beastly CPU. It's maybe a bit too beastly for my current PC case. I'm still using the old one because the Raid Max one that I still have does not have dust filters on the front intake. And if I don't have those, then it's gonna get filled with dust really quickly. I live in an area of the world where everybody is demolishing their apartments non-stop, and dust gets in everywhere. It is a miracle that I'm still alive. I have severe allergies because of all the dust. I take medication constantly, and it's very aggravating. But besides that, since it's in the old case wasn't designed to deal with pressure. Perpendicular pressure to its side window. So when it ramps up, like when it gets into the 70 degrees and the fan ramps up to over 3000 RPMs, it'll rattle it like mad. Also, the Raid Max one is also kind of the same kind of build quality in terms of thinness, so that one may rattle as well. Which is why I'm planning next year, sometime in the summer, to get a 750D from Corsair. It's gonna cost a bundle. It's like $140, but it's gonna be worth it. Also, I may change the default AMD heatsink because it's well, it does do the job. I mean, there are spikes to 84 degrees in Prime 95, but outside of it, it sometimes went to 80 when encoding video. Sometimes, like for a split second. It's mostly relegated to around 76 at max in Rainbow Six Siege, and that is a very demanding game on the CPU because of all the loading. Oh, and the loading, oh my god, I have an SSD now. Well, I had one here, but this one, I can actually put games on this one. It's amazing. But back to the game at hand. So, This is The Outer Worlds. It's running on full tilt, everything cranked up apart from the motion blur, which is... I don't like it. Yeah, one thing that I desperately kind of wish games had is... See, it tells me here that this is a setting for blood splatter, light flares, and chromatic aberrations and more. I would like, please, to be able to change these individually, because I went to do the engine.ini file and pasted there a command that disables chromatic aberrations, because chromatic aberrations are horrible. They are a defect. They are not reality. They are not pleasant. They make me feel like I'm going blind, which is not a nice feeling, because my left eye doesn't see as far as my right eye, and it causes me discomfort. And I would like games to not sort of imitate that. It would be nice if they didn't. I can also unlock the frame rate to something more. Okay, let's drive it to 120. Let's see how far it goes. Full screen. I can also run it in a high resolution because I'm using the AMD VSR thing, but it runs like at 30 frames a second at this one. Because I'm still using the old video card, the Radeon RX 480, which I have updated to the latest drivers, so it works now. Because I switched to the BIOS that is not overclocked. So I think that may have been an issue. So what's this game about? Well, you were in cryostasis. You were dumped outside of a... well, you were rescued from cryostasis by some guy, and you were sent on to this planet to do things and maybe save the other people that are in cryostasis. And oh yeah, I'm gonna start with the thing that I don't like about this game. See, I'm level 2. I got a gun from a you know, a marauder type person earlier, and I've killed a lot of people in this town. Like, I just started shooting and they died. A lot of them died. See that guard there? I'm gonna kill him. One, even missing. Hold on, no, that's not the wrong way. Which was the ability that I can freeze? No, this one. So this one, yeah, this was it. You can freeze time. You can sort of do a you know, a VATS kind of situation, and that was a guard. Like, I was supposed to save the other people from getting murderized by me, and he didn't. He couldn't do it. He was too weak. I'm gonna load a save game, but I just want to highlight that maybe the game shouldn't be played on normal. This is normal. Thankfully, the game does have a hardcore setting, which really, I wouldn't say, I don't remember if it said that it upped the damage that the enemies deal, but it does limit you in some situations. For example, you can only sleep on your ship, not just rest anywhere, and you do have needs that you have to take care of. But the game said that that is something that you should only play after you've already finished the game once. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna play it first, like in this mode, and then I'm gonna play it, you know, in hardcore. Probably never. I don't have the time. But I kind of wish that I started in hardcore mode, or whatever it's called. It's called where was it? Gameplay hard. No, I can't even enable it now. Like story mode. What's story mode? Like it's already a supernova mode. It's called. Normal is already easy in terms of combat. Like, it's super easy. Like, Jesus, so far, you shouldn't be able to do this. Like, in the starter town, just murder everybody. Just kill a shop owner. I can actually loot his stuff here. I think his stuff may be back here because it's locked. But I do have a hacking thing. No, that's... Okay, that is chromatic aberration, but that's caused by the LEDs of the hologram thing, so it's okay. Can I? I don't have anything to hack that with. But I can steal stuff. Wahaha, I am a murderous thief. So, let's go back to a save where I didn't murderize everybody. Except load. Oh, I can hear those fans ramping up when it's loading, because it's loading at blindingly fast speeds. Oh my god, it's so quick. It's 3 gigs a second. 3 gigs a second. It's amazing. In terms of graphics, the game looks... I don't know, it kind of still has... Maybe it's my imagination, but it may still have a sort of sense of blurriness that's sort of somewhere in the distance a bit. Not sure why. The AI is a bit reactive to what you do. For example, if I point my gun at his face when he's gonna stop talking with that guy, he will at some point acknowledge that I'm pointing a gun right at his face. And that got stuck. Come on, don't get stuck there. Okay, it's fine now.
We don't get a lot of visitors.
Yeah, probably because I killed them all. Come on, react. You did it earlier. Come on, react. React. React.
Please don't point that at me.
Finally, they reacted. Okay. Let's put it away. So in this game, you can create your character. You have your statistics, your body, strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, you know, charm, temperament. Which temperament determines your health. Not you don't have a constitution. You have your health is determined by your personality, which I'm not really understanding why. But you do have skills, and skills are grouped into categories. You don't invest in each individual skill, though they are, I think they can be bumped up by items. You do get bumps in your categories of skill. For example, in tech, you get bumps in medical science and engineering, and determination and inspiration. And all of these will unlock stuff the further you progress. For example, my intimidation causes enemies to become terrified if I kill one of them, which is nice. Also have perks. Love perks. For example, this one, plus 50 base health. That is a big... that is a no-brainer. That is an absolute no-brainer to get like the first time around. It's 50% health. It's not 5% like some games would have. It's 50%. It's amazing. Also have a bunch of other stuff, for example 32% detection radius of enemies, so that's easier for you to hide. This one makes you a vampire. Plasma damage. Range attacks inflict -1 armor rating for 10 seconds. You can get a lot of these. 100% range weapon stay, movement penalty to accuracy. See, you get a lot of science weapon damage. That is... These are huge. 10 plus 10 to dialogue skills. These are huge things. That's an amazing, huge. That is a lot of bonuses. But here's the thing that I really, really like. You don't just get bonuses. You don't just get the perks. You also get flaws. I don't have any yet, but you will get flaws. Things that will negatively impact your abilities. And when you get those, I think if you get them by choice, you then get a perk point. So you can actually, you know, min-max or pick a dump stat and do things with it. Also have reputation, and in this case I'm not hated and killed on sight in Spacer's Choice, which is a corporation, which is a nice thing to see. I should probably disassemble this. Let's break this down. Yes, okay, broken that down. Have ammo, which is different types of ammo for different kinds of weapons. For Vulcan, oh no, these are the manufacturers. Backed by Vulcan's 800 meter lethality guarantee. Well, that's nice. Armor. Have a helmet. I didn't know I had a helmet. Piecemeal mining helmet from Hephaestus. One-handed bonus plus 5. That's good. Tech skills plus 5. That's good. Spacer's Choice. Modifications, you have your food stuff, you have your, healing stuff. General stuff, this is weapon parts that you can use for crafting. Quest stuff, Captain's Identification, which is a thing I did. And junk. Let me be very, 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 very blunt about things. If your game design calls for a category of items called junk, you've been doing it wrong. What is the point of having them? There is no point in having them. Have them have a use, or just don't have them. That's it. That's you don't need junk. Remember when games didn't have junk in them? Where everything had a use? Everything could be... like even Fallout 3, you could put stuff into that thing launcher and use them as ammo. Unless that has the same thing as Fallout 3, that kind of a pointless thing to be. So in this short video, which is going to be probably 1 hour long, we're going to be doing one quest. or maybe 2. Because honestly, I played it for like maybe an hour before starting this video, and most of it was spent. I should put this. I have certain. I wouldn't say expectation, but I have certain. What do you call them? Reflexes, certain inclinations to do things in games when I see things in certain. Oh, by the way, if you see something odd in the upper right corner, that's because of the FOV. You can set the FOV to be higher than the standard. The standard, by the way, is atrocious. And because of the FOV, the fog gets lifted off the screen. So don't mind that. It only happens on faraway things like the planets. So when I see stuff like this in the game, I think to myself, yeah, I know why you put that there, man. I know why you did. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sneak up there and do something there probably. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Like, why would you put the C if I couldn't? Come on, climb on. Climb up there. Okay. And, okay, no, I'm gonna try this again. I know why you put this there. I know it. I know why you did, and why can't I do that? That's okay. I'm gonna do it from here. Like, see, it's right up there. And climb on. I'll climb up on this one, and then here, and then come on, and then here now, and then up here. Then I'm gonna get a small running start and jump right up there. Yeah. And this one actually worked this time, but there it doesn't work. There's a bunch of areas where it seems like it could work, but it doesn't, and that can be annoying at times. But sometimes it doesn't have an actual surface there. It's just a bounding box, like that's a corner, like that is a sheer wall up there. It's just invisible. And it's a bit annoying, because I would like to know if I'm spending my time wisely trying to do this. I'm accustomed to games that look 3D, that are actually 3D, like have properly spaced out the geometry that lets you do things. For example, Gothic. Gothic is an ancient game by today's standards, but in that game you could climb trees. Technically, you could fall on the branches of trees from higher up, and that would allow you to escape ravenous orcs and their dogs. And I kind of expect modern games, especially games made by Obsidian, made by, you know, people that made some. Okay, that actually worked. Forget what I said. I just couldn't somehow get up there with these. Is there an upgrade to let me double jump or something? But anyway, I guess it was more of a skill check, like in terms of actual player ability. Steal space corona. Yes, I will. I don't know these people. This is a corporation. This is a corporation town. So, screw them. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm supposed to collect some money from some people. And that's not useful. Adreno. And that could be useful. The cops in this town are kind of morons. Like, you've seen me just murderize them and they didn't do anything. They're kind of useless. Energies. Oh, laser. Was that a laser? Did I still a laser pistol? No, a light pistol. Pardon, Spacer's choice. I just had energy ammo next to it, if I read right. I cannot drink from the faucet. I can take a shower. Can I? Well, looks like somebody misses the target quite often. Jesus, get this place cleaned up. Take better care of yourself. Man, what kind of monster lives here? Let's get down here. Oh, thought something else was there. Let's open that up. I like that you can actually look into things before stealing them. There were a bunch of other games that had the same thing, but I forget which ones they were. Are you gonna notice that I stole all this stuff? Nope, did not. No. Aren't you the lady from the trailer?
Sorry, I've got a lot to do.
No, you just look like her. So I'm supposed to collect money from some people. Okay. Gonna go back outside and check my journal. Actually, the NPC that gave me the quest told me where they live. Like, actually told me with words that they live next to the cannery and somewhere else, and I forgot. So I'm just gonna activate this instead. I know I'm being lazy. It's okay. It's fine. So I'm just gonna talk to this guy first.
What can I do for you?
Persuade or medical. You sound like you had some training. I know a thing about medicine. Okay.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Yes, you were. And see, it gives me experience every time I use this stuff. So you prepare a corpse for burial, please. Pretty specific job description. Only if you use the term doctor loosely. I'm guessing we're trained in medical school.
Experience was my teacher.
Oh.
Experience and so you want to be an embalmer.
Oh.
Brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Space
that's
Department of Career Development.
That's not what you would call a doctor. What is this thing? Oh, it's a history. Cool. It's got a history. I know Eugene wanted to use his teeth for his collateral for your gravesite fees.
You know about Eugene? How?
Let's say that I may have hacked his files. I'm just gonna say that I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things.
No.
I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
Maybe.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental.
Oh,
hygiene.
that's
He took them
horrible.
to his grave.
I'm sure he wouldn't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein.
Oh yeah,
solely the
they're property of
Space
the
Force.
corporation.
I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills.
Yes, you're gonna have to.
I suppose I
Yeah,
must.
you will.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Okay, fixed one. I got a man to pay his debt by convincing some other guy that he should probably dig up somebody's corpse. Progress. Now the whole idea of the whole spiel of the game, if you will, is that... Oh man, Saltuna is great, isn't it? It's the most amazing thing. The idea is that this planet, and I think the other one as well, is kind of owned by corporations, and you know, they're corporations. They don't really care about people. People are more of a an intermediary step between no, not intermediary, but they're small stopgap. I actually think intermediary is the right word. They're what's gonna do the work before all the robots take over. Because what they do need is robots. Hello, computer. Anybody here? Hacking away, logs, logs, logs. Why it has the Fallout 3 and New Vegas interface? Well, yeah, I know why it has the Fallout 3 looks, because it's made by Obsidian, and that's the spiel. Each Saltuna canning factory facility strictly adheres to Spacer Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with your Spacer Choice foreman and supervisor. Do not. I had a boss that had sort of the same work ethic. Like, he wanted to know 2 weeks in advance if I have delays in my schedule, you know, with the shows. So, yeah, I should have informed him like 2 weeks before that I would get sick, or if the power would go out, or if I get hit by a meteor. See, a real boss will expect you to be what's the term? Prescience, to have prescience. A real boss will expect you to have prescience. That's the minimum. Work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. Find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with your local vicar. In other words, time for you to die. That's like my first job at Arena TV. It's scarily similar to my first job. Actually, my first job was in a and that's in the auto shop where I'm kind of a bit deaf because of it, but it's fine. I just have to pretend I didn't understand people when I actually didn't hear them. Okay, I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger.
Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
See, I kind of don't like the color filter on this game either. Like, there is that thing where it's sort of tinted blue. Like, look at the shadows. They're tinted like bluish. It's another one of those stylistic choices that I absolutely hate. I haven't dug up yet how to disable it. There probably is a way, and I would like to find a way to disable it.
Shit.
It just doesn't look
still
well.
On about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Okay, these papers are inside in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite.
Really?
Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice of her.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart.
Really? Then why?
It requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Okay, so the
Eugene was a good worker.
he shot
Woke
himself?
up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an
Yeah, it's the quiet ones that always snap.
Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's blasphemy.
Eugene wasn't family.
They were relatives.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of
Oh,
death.
that's
Anyone
what
found
they
him,
meant. Ah, yeah.
I pay the fines.
That's
Besides the
corporations for
crime,
man. That
Eugene
is.
irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Holy hell, this is bleak. This is 1984 coming from capitalism's point of view. This is amazing.
First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly, yes, we did. When one of your workers commits a
Damn.
crime, the entire town pays for it. In other
Jesus.
words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was
This is
approved for
amazing.
burial, which means his papers
Like, you can tell that this game was written by people who've been wanting to do something like this for a while. I mean, they've done it before and they'll do it again. Like, Arcanum had some amazing quests regarding wage slavery and just general slavery. Remember the undead dwarves? Like, they were put to work after their death to just make somebody billions and billions and billions. It's... Wow. This. I'm gonna close the door. See, games, you can close doors. See? I know some of you are looking at it and say, oh, well, you shouldn't be able to close doors. That's unnatural. Well, you should be able to. Messages from Art Thompson. Going to work time positive. I have a sanction. Company service pressures. Will fail on but I got medical privileges are strictly merit based. Please do not in any circumstance disturb your rotation of medication anytime. Well, that's kind of sucky. Return to root. Personal files. Hack sword. Continue. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me to not report that to our quarterly. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement for something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work. Show up. Where's my... Oh my god, this does sound like my job. You'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. I'm gonna stand in the corner here for a second and rethink my life choices while I'm stealing stuff. Okay, now I feel better. Now, in terms of its writing, Aww, you took out their eyes! No, they still have eyes, they just look like that, and... Oh my god, Saltuna is sprats! Saltuna is sprats, look at them! These are the geckos from Fallout 1 and 2. Look at them, and they're being turned into kibble for people. You monster. You monster. No, okay, no. Contain yourself. Contain yourself. Do not give in to the darkness. Okay. In terms of writing, I am really enjoying this game, but in terms of the effective gameplay of things you do, they kind of really just remind me of a Bethesda game. It still hasn't. Well, to be fair, I'm 1 hour in at most. It hasn't really wowed me so far.
I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Okay.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
No.
You tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow.
You want to tell me what's going on? What's got you so nervous?
That's old Abernathy.
Was that the name of the guy that went crazy in, well, one of the robots that went crazy in Westworld?
You some sort of wandering alienist?
Yeah.
Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Yeah, I am.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague.
Yeah, it could have been vague.
Words sound a mite strange when you're sick.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. And become the town pariah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm already the oldest worker in town.
Oh, the poor guy.
Give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you?
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center.
Really?
Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna get the meds for you.
Break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can.
There are guards?
Will not find any guards within sight of that old place.
Oh, okay, Marauders. Okay, that's cool.
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squat.
Why can't you?
Medicating myself with adrenatime didn't do much for me.
Come on, Skip.
I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine.
Okay, Company 130 already sick.
Treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So you'll do it then?
Yep.
You oblige me with your haste. Cyrus knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay.
Oh,
up.
yeah.
He knows.
He wants to pay out
Look,
because he's
I
gonna
got the
die soon.
gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to.
What, I would have to be a really big asshole to turn this guy in. So I'm not gonna turn guy in, but I think that's
Making a mistake working for Abernathy.
So she's the asshole that's gonna make me turn him in. Oh, Esther, you evil being.
I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy.
Should have closed the door.
I hope
Should
you're
have
not
closed the
thinking about
door.
getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're
Really?
better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his ass.
Okay, so she's just crazy. Okay, cool.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated. All right. Here's a summary.
A lot of sick people in town. We don't have the medication.
And we
Okay.
don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. That's all I can ask of you.
Okay, okay. The one thing I do appreciate is that although we've used the same Fallout type conversation system, the newer ones I mean, you do have a lot more text on the screen, and you don't have to install a mod for it, and you have more dialogue options as well. So it's nice in most terms. How long has this been going on? 34 minutes. Okay, 34 minutes. The game does use gated cities, and if you're hearing something spin up and rattle, that is the case. On the outside, it can look very, very pretty. Like, look at it, it's pretty, it's colorful, it's neat, it's nice, it's cute. These guys are probably gonna go on about needing stuff. Silas, hi.
Right. That some kind of hibernation suit?
We've already talked about this.
You run into any trouble?
Wait a minute. Did I get them all? Oh, Ludwig. Okay, I have to find Ludwig first.
grave digging's a fine
Who's Eugene?
What about him?
From Phyllis, she mentions digging him teeth. Okay.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body.
Oh, okay, the plot
The
thickens.
night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body
Really?
was gone, spirited away.
There may be a
vanished.
zombie.
The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Yep, I knew it. It's a zombie apocalypse.
Let me know if you find anything.
It's a zombie apocalypse, people. In space. It's a space zombie apocalypse. Let's at least get to the car. So, even if this was a simple quest, you know, fetch quest to get these, it's interesting. It gives you a contoured impression of the world. I think that's where I'm supposed to go, right? This looks a lot. Oh god, that was painful. Let's take that. This looks a bit like the giant. Oh, I did it again. Looks a bit like the whatchamacallit, the giant. Oh god damn it! Okay, that dealt a lot more damage than I thought it would. I think it's gonna take me back to exiting the town. No, it took me back to entering the town. Actually, before exiting the town. I like these, the things that show up. Gonna ask about Eugene again. If you're wondering why are we jumping around, it's because I've played Morrowind.
Fancy threads. That some kind of you run into any trouble? Conrad's got a barbershop.
Yeah, okay. Skip.
Yeah.
How long am I janitor? Wait, no.
Digging's a fine. Yeah.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
so it
know
was
if you
space. Good. I'm gonna have to find a way to get to that guy without breaking my legs and everything else. By the way, you can totally dodge in this game. You have a double jump like in Unreal Tournament. Man, remember dodging in Unreal Tournament? That was something. Like when you discovered you could dodge things, it was, man, mind blown. Amazing. So as I was saying, even though it's a simple fetch quest, it does gives you. Oh, that's cute. Kind of up close, you can see the flaws in it, like where it sort of doesn't work. But otherwise, it's a nice effect. Look at it. I got my face stuck. I hope this isn't going to be detrimental to my health. That is, it is cute. So as I was saying for the third time, it's a simple fetch quest, but it does give you an idea of the world and the characters, and it does have some curveballs. Hey, you, money, Sonny.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning.
Sure.
Let me see your rifling stance. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance.
Oh, resistance.
Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Resistance.
The war. The coming apocalypse.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. The machines are going to take over, and we absolutely need to help them.
Made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I asked for back auto-mechanical.
Okay, creatures, fortune, fire, and malevolence.
In the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power.
Firing at
Swarms of
birds.
Mechanicals come clanging on over. I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, a few bit cards. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance. They have sent a scout prowling around the junkyard.
I got
just
bit
behind
cartridges.
the town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations.
Okay.
Cross it off, then report back. Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think.
Cool. Cool. See? I got more stuff from that guy than I needed to initially. But where's the body? I have to be on the lookout for the body of that guy, of Eugene. Oh, poor Eugene. They stole his body because of the teeth. That's sad. Super, super sad. We're gonna find him probably. Well, not in this video, but we're gonna find him. So this is the first impression of the other worlds. I think I like that kind of detail. See? That reminds me of tabula rasa, of a living world, of something happening in spite of me being in it. Even though it may happen just because I was looking in that direction, they don't trigger otherwise. It's a nice thing to see, though. But in gameplay terms, it looks a bit too familiar to Fallout, to Bethesda's Fallout, maybe to WoW me. So it doesn't have the same impact that maybe something with a different approach would have had. If it's the same world, same story, same characters, same general idea, but you know, with a different kind of presentation and gameplay, I think it would have had a bigger impact. But I understand totally why they went with this approach, because it's something they've done before. It's something that they are comfortable with doing. Again, they have experience doing it, and it's a proven recipe that works, that sells. So it's, yeah, I get why they did it this way. But on the other hand, I keep hearing amazing things about a game called Disco Elysium recently, which doesn't do this at all. It's more of a Baldur's Gate-ish, Fallout-ish, Planescape Torment-ish kind of thing. I've been meaning to play it, but well, this is the game I got for free when I got my Ryzen CPU. I had a choice between this and Borderlands 3, and of course I chose this. It actually got the game this time. I didn't get shafted like I did with Civilization 6 when I got the GPU.
Something I can do for you?
But I think I kind of want to try Disco Elysium as well.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting.
Yeah. I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Should I betray this guy? Yeah.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Is that why you wanted to collect his fees?
I needed his fees because of his name.
Oh.
Hey,
oh!
He was at the top of my list, you see?
Well, that was,
Yeah?
well, I kind of betrayed that guy for nothing. But your reputation isn't kill. If enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight, you're leaving. Okay, so what's my reputation now? Any botched ones? No, not yet. Codex. Okay, it does have a codex because, of course, it does. The map is also. Oh yeah, you can also disable fast traveling in the Supernova mode. Where is my reputation? Now I'm still neutral, but it's a positive neutral. Favorite brand. It's a positive. Oh, my reputation increased here, but it's still neutral in terms of, you know, general-ish. So it's a whole thing. It's fine. I don't want to make this show overly long, though. It is probably going to be rendered like really quickly. I rendered the last video in like 7 minutes, and it was a 27-minute video, and it churned things out like 70 frames a second. That's how fast it's doing, but this one is being recorded at 60 frames a second, so I'm not sure if it's going to have any sort of different things to it. It'll probably work fine. I think I may be able to do videos at 60 constantly, but going back to what I was saying initially about the Gothic thing, in Gothic you can fall onto branches and parkour through trees. Here I can climb over this thing because this is a wall in front of me. See, I found the wall. I wasn't just talking out of my ass. Now I'm not. See, come on, let me jump in there. Even though I know why they don't want me there. Because I can hide behind the crates, and the AI probably can jump over it to melee me in the face. Those devious bastards. I'll be back soon with Star Citizen, because it's free right now, and I'm gonna try to make a video about it because it runs well on an SSD, people. Like wow, it is playable on an SSD. Who knew? I actually did it because they specified that you need an SSD to actually play it. So I'll see you again soon. So far my impression of Outer Worlds is neat. Kind of wish it wasn't that dissimilar to Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And not 4. It's certainly not 4. Kind of wish it was more of its own thing. But or even closer to whatchamacallit, Alpha Protocol. At least in terms of presentation. I know they wanted to go for a first-person immersive thing, but I don't know. It's doing it with the stylings and trappings of Bethesda more than it does with the ones of Troika. Because this is a game made by people that used to be Troika, that used to be Enterprise, that are now Obsidian, and actually they are now Microsoft. So I'll see you again quite soon with this very, very red sunset probably. Oh, what is that? What are you? Are you a giant... Are you a really fat snake? Or a really big leech? I'm gonna shoot you and find out. A leather boa. Okay, that explains it. Goodbye, people. Enjoy the view.